What up? What up? It's your boys, Born Losers Podcast, back at it again with week
Two,
three, two,
three, third
three,
episode, week two.
third episode, week two. It's gonna
Benito's
be a
out of
little bit different.
Chicago,
A
so
little different today. I'm out of town, but I think we got this thing going, baby. I think we got this thing going.
hope so.
Yeah, hopefully we sound good. Hopefully we look good. But week two, man, it's kind of a rough week for a lot of people. A lot of injuries. Gonna definitely have to take a look at the waiver wire this week and kind of look around, see what is gonna help your guys' teams out. I know we have a few waiver wire pickups we'll be talking about a little bit later. But other than that, how was the weekend, man? How's everything? You went into your bets?
Weekend was a
How was your
crazy
fantasy
weekend.
teams?
It was very fantasy football like. Um, like I was saying, like halfway through the third, it looked like I was gonna win one league, maybe two leagues, and I was gonna lose the rest. And I was gonna be eliminated from Survivor. It looked like all day, and then Derrick Henry just decided to kick ass. So
You have
helped
Derrick
me out
Henry?
in Survivor, yeah. So he helped me in that
Oh
league
yeah.
survive, and then in redraft, I don't know who ended up putting me, but I'm still might lose. I need Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones not to get to like 32 combined. So and then, but it looks like I'm gonna for sure win three and survive in the Survivor League, and then two of them comes down to tonight and Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones.
Oh,
What about
dope.
you? How'd you do this week?
Actually, bro, so I was pretty busy yesterday, so I didn't really get to look at a lot of didn't really get to watch a lot of football, but I was looking at my team today, and I actually did pretty good. I have DeAndre Swift playing tonight, so as long as he has a decent game, I should win that league. In our redraft against Andrew, but I had Brady, Zeke, DK, Robert Woods, Deontay Johnson, so they all had very like decent games. So nothing to complain about there. The other league, I kind of shit the bed, so I'm gonna lose in that one.
You
But the
survived
guy,
though.
the guy that I played, he had Eckler and Pollard
Oh
and
yeah.
Gronk, so he had a fucking really good week. And Dynasty is gonna come down. Is gonna be pretty close. So as long as Aaron Rodgers and Robert Tonyan don't have a crazy game tonight, and DeAndre Swift plays good, I think I should win. So we'll see how that goes. I had Tyler Lockett, Dalvin Cook, and Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
They don't give touchdowns. They don't give red zone opportunities to fucking Nick Chubb. What was that shit, bro? They gave him a fullback. They gave him a
The guy,
fullback bag.
I saw that. The guy at the
Bullshit.
fucking J.
Fucking bullshit, bro. And Tua hurt. He had scored 0.52 points for me, bro. I
I
had him
can't
in
believe
two
he
leagues.
started in two leagues. That's
Two
nuts.
leagues. He's the GOAT. Leave me alone.
Okay, but in
But I
DraftKings,
luck
how'd you do in that? You good? I
six
heard.
out of seven. 6 out of 7.
So there's only seven people. I pushed it back this week because I thought if we pushed it back to Saturday, we'd get more people than if we did it Thursday. We somehow got three less. So I think I'm gonna push it back to Thursday just because it's more, better to have just all the games. So yeah, I ended up winning the DraftKings. I got lucky and had a few big games. I've had KJ Osborne, the guy from the Vikings, and he had that crazy touchdown to start the game. So did good in
Yeah, I
that.
was looking at that one. I was like, who the fuck is KJ Osborne, bro? I was like,
He's gonna
how
be on our
did
waiver wire
I was like
pickups
I was like,
this week.
how did fucking Lawrence call this guy? I was like, I didn't hear about him last week. I didn't hear about him last week on any of the fucking waiver wire or nothing.
Hey, he's right here.
This fucking guy keeping shit away from the viewers,
But yeah, I gotta win
the
my DraftKings.
homies.
And then I won. I got a one that had like 400,000 people, and I took like 2,000th place and won almost $200 in that. So that was cool.
Oh hell yeah.
And did some good. Did pretty good on my bets this week.
I lost my ass this weekend, bro.
If I can,
My ass. Chargers
I,
fucked me. Dolphins fucked me.
I told you best bet. First thing I told you is bet whoever plays Dolphins, but don't listen.
You just are a pussy, bro, and you just like to talk shit to me.
They Fucking like I said, I had an 18 parlay and I had Chiefs money line on it last night, and that was the seventh game and lost that one for me. I had a 5-team teaser that I thought I won this weekend, but it turns out that I bet the Panthers for Thursday night of this weekend, not their
Oh
Sunday game against
shit.
the Saints. So, um, I didn't win that
You
big
could
yet,
still win
so
it though,
I
right?
can still
You
win.
could still win
Yes.
it.
So hopefully that happens. But I did pretty good overall for
That's a
fantasy
pretty
and
good.
betting.
What
So
was it? What does that teaser win you?
uh 50 pays out, or no, 25 pays out 125.
Oh, big play.
Oh shit, on mine. My screen's a little behind. Who gets it? Oh shit, real big. It's gonna be 70 yards.
Cephas. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck
Oh,
Cephas
see,
is.
I have him in my DraftKings tonight.
Shut the fuck up. You don't, bro. You're lying.
I'll pull it up right here. I could share my screen. Oh, was it not a touchdown? Oh, I
No,
don't
it
even
was
care. It
it.
wasn't a touchdown.
Nah, it was a big play though.
But let's see. I think I got it live.
Quintez,
Yeah,
46-yard reception.
watch. I'm gonna share the
Quintez
screen real quick.
Cephas. Quintez Cephas.
Let's see. Think I did that right. No, I don't know how to make
Huh?
it any bigger, but I don't know if you could even
Oh.
see that.
Yeah. Devontae
Cyphers,
Adams, Aaron
5'6".
Rodgers, TJ. God damn. Oh, and it's just tonight. It's only
Yeah,
tonight's game. Damn, 3 tight ends.
yeah. No, two tight ends.
Oh,
Hawkinson,
see.
Tony.
Oh, I
Seavers is, I
thought
think, is a
Cephas was a
receiver.
tight end.
Nah.
Oh.
But so hopefully I could do good tonight. That one's a $20 fucking buy-in. So see how that goes. Let's see what else. Big games from the week. I guess you said you didn't really watch a whole lot. Um, last night's
Yeah, I
game
was
was
trying
crazy.
to. I was
Lamar
watching.
and the Chiefs.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I didn't get to watch the full game. I was watching it like here and there because we were kind of we were like exploring the city and like checking shit out. But Chicago's super dope, bro. Definitely, you should definitely come check it out
I've
anytime
been
you get a
there.
chance.
That's why I recommended you a place to eat. I was telling Mike, I was like, I've never been to Chicago, but Benito asked for recommendations on places to eat, and I gave him one. I've never been there in my life, never tried it, but Illuminati's. I heard it's a good place.
Yeah, I went there today.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good, bro. We had a deep dish pizza
That was one of
and
the
some
better places that are important.
burrata.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just like bread. It's like bread, cheese, and like pesto. It was pretty good though, bro. I'm with it.
But that's
I've been trying to.
Dave
I'm
gave a
gonna
good
go
ass
try it.
review.
I'm gonna try Porto's tomorrow.
Gotta do a vlog.
I should vlog it.
But what else? What other games are good? Raiders 2-0.
Raiders, are they the real deal?
I don't know. David Carr slinging it. Beat the Steelers. They
They
might
don't
be
have a
the
run game though.
Josh Jacobs banged up. Cardinals Vikings 33-34 shootout.
Oh,
But
and the fucking dude from the Cardinals shanked it.
oh no,
I
dude,
mean, for the
Vikings.
Vikings, the Vikings shanked it for the win.
Seahawks. That game was crazy. Seahawks
That probably
Titans.
would have
That game
been
was
insane.
Seahawks
That was a
Titans
good
was a
game.
crazy game. Came back at the end. Let's see. You wanna move in this week to top quarterbacks?
Yeah, let's get into the top quarterbacks. Top quarterbacks we have this week. Kyler Murray, number 1 quarterback, 33.1 points. He had 29. That says 29 or 26, big dog. Did you go 29 or 36?
Yeah, probably.
29 and 36, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. I let Lawrence do the little stat sheet this week because I'm out of town, and first one.
I did it in like 10 minutes. So let's see.
He went 29 and 36, 400
Yeah.
yards, 3 touchdowns. He did throw 2 picks, but he had 5 carries, 31 yards, and a rushing touchdown.
Cyphers
so
just got the
dude-
touchdown.
No, he didn't.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna win DraftKings. Baby.
Fuck, you're gonna
But
win that,
Kyler Murray, he
Um,
might be number 1 quarterback this year in fantasy football.
bro. I think so. He's the last 2 games he looked very good. They look like a different team compared to last year, especially their defense. Their defense looks a lot better. But we'll see. We'll see if they keep it up. I like them. I've always been a Cardinal fan because of Nick and Fred. So they've always been like a close second team that I like kind of watch. Lamar Jackson, quarterback 2 this week, 32.26 points, 18 of 26, 239 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks, 16 carries, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which is incredible. 16 carries for him is crazy, I think.
It's crazy that the top 2 quarterbacks 10 years ago, this would have been insane that the top 2 quarterbacks in fantasy football had 2 picks each, but still are the top 2 just because now with quarterbacks running the ball, you could throw 4 picks and still be high up there if you just do enough in the run game.
Yeah, bro, it's insane. And then we kind of have like we have Tom Brady, 24 of 36, 276, 5 touchdowns. Played lights out. He looks like a 29-year-old Tom Brady. He looked like I saw a tweet today. It was like the NFL's in good hands. We have 4 young quarterbacks who are going to be going for decades. And it said like it had like Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, another quarterback, and then
And
Tom
Tom,
Brady. And I was like, wow,
I saw
that's
something
fucking
today that
hilarious.
if he had 14 more touchdown passes and he'll have thrown for more touchdown passes in his 40s than he has in his 20s, than he did in his 20s.
No way.
I think
That's
it's like
crazy.
14 or maybe 24. It's something like doable on the season. I don't, it was one of those two though. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
They
That's
might set some
insane.
records this year. They sling the fucking rock.
They're
They
looking
kind of
good,
suck
bro.
at
What
running,
happened to your
so
boy Jameis?
he, hey, he'll do that. He'll come
What?
back.
Yeah, he does do. He absolutely does do that.
But
Quarterback 4 is Daniel Jones, 29.46 points, 22 of 32, 249 yards, a touchdown, 9 carries, 95 yards, 1 touchdown. And Kirk Cousins surrounded out 25.26, 22 of 32, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then we have our quarterback bust of the weekend. Josh Allen, 16 points. He went 17 of 33, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, and they still fucking whooped our ass. Whooped our ass, bro.
it's like hey,
We
Zach
couldn't
Moss
get
had 2
nothing.
touchdowns. Singletary had a touchdown.
We
It's a
couldn't do
weird day.
shit, bro. I don't know what happened. We couldn't score. If we would have stayed on the field longer, it could have been a game because our defense was playing pretty good, like in the second half. But we looked like shit the whole game. And then Jameis, just like we were talking about, 8 points, 11 of 22, 111 yards, 2 interceptions, 3 carries, and a tud.
Yeah, if he doesn't get that touchdown, he has a
He would have been
2 point
with
game.
1 point, bro. Yeah, that's terrible. From being what was he, 2 or
Or the
3
top 5
last?
touchdowns. So,
Well, that's Jameis. That's
yeah,
Jameis. That's what he does, bro. He has the huge games, and then he has those. I saw one of the touchdowns, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Tampa Jameis, where he's like running, and then he just like
oh, I saw one. It
chucks
was
it.
bad.
It was bad, bro.
And they
Yeah,
play the
so it's like
Patriots this week. So watch, they're gonna beat the Patriots by 14 somehow this week, and he's gonna have 4 picks and 2 or 4 touchdowns and 2 picks.
guaranteed, bro. I guarantee it. Mark it on your books.
Let's see. All right, running backs. We had the small game from Derrick Henry, 47 points this week. He didn't really have much up until like the third, like middle of third quarter. He didn't have any of these touchdowns, I don't think. But he finished 35 carries. So people say they try to bag him on him not being a catcher. Um, I don't know who I was saying this to drunkenly one night, but I was saying Derrick Henry catches the ball just as much as Dalvin Cook, and no one says anything about Dalvin Cook not catching the ball.
I think we were talking about it
Was it us? It might have
when
been
I
that night
picked
you
up from
picked
the
us
Lobo
up.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's crazy to me. Because he catches the ball. He had 6 catches, 55 yards, but he could catch the ball 0 times. If you're gonna run the ball 35 times, even if you run it, even without overtime, you'd had 30 rushes. You really don't even need to catch a ball at that point. And then Christian McCaffrey, he's number 2 this week, was number 1 last week. He's proven why he's that number 1 guy. It's always up here. 24 carries, 72 yards, touchdown, 5 catches for 65 yards. This guy I picked up this
he
week.
went out.
Yeah,
What quarter did he go out with some
oh yeah,
cramps?
he went out. He came back, but he
He
went out.
didn't play the full game, right?
No, I didn't even think about that. No, yeah, he did come out with cramps. I think he missed a few possessions, honestly. Um, Third was Cordarrelle Patterson. I picked him up in our redraft league this week, just as a random flyer. I think maybe he'll keep it up. And this week he had 1 touchdown rushing on 7 carries for 11 yards, and he had 5 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown receiving. They really used him
He
all
would
over
have
the
had
place
another
against Tampa Bay.
touchdown.
Oh yeah,
He would have had another touchdown, right? But it was called back. I saw
yeah.
that. That's what I was saying. I was like in and out watching the games.
He
We were running around town.
Yeah, they use him all over the place. He's like I said, I have him in 1 league, and I'm gonna probably try to pick him up in a few others if he's there because they use him all over. Pass game, he's gonna get his passes. Tony Pollard, 13 rushes, 109 yards, a touchdown, 3 catches, 31 yards. 23 points as the backup handcuff supposedly to Zeke, but he has really carved himself a role in this offense, and I think he could be a flex player. Like on
I
every
saw
week, it looks like.
something. Yeah, I saw something on him today that he's averaging like 7.7 yards a
Oh yeah.
carry, like above 5. So he's coming in running hard, bro. I don't know what's wrong with Zeke. He just overpaid or whatever. But Pollard's coming in and running hard. Outrushed him this week. I
And
mean,
last
the
week.
I mean, I know the Cowboys, but that's a big contract to have. Who knows if fucking Zeke will even be on the team like come trade deadline.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to monitor, but Tony Pollard, he's gonna be on waiver wires, but it's crazy. He's only owned in like less or either it's just over or just under 50% of leagues, which is nuts because he's the top handcuff and not only is he a handcuff, he has value standalone without even being a handcuff. So he should be owned, I think, in every league
Yeah,
because right now he
absolutely.
looks like a flex
Especially
player. But if Zeke goes
a
down
hundred
tomorrow,
percent if you
he's
have a Zeke.
yeah.
100% if you have a Zeke.
Even if you just don't have any running backs, you just want to stash him on your bench because he might be good for a flex. And let's say Zeke goes down, he's gonna be a top 10, 12 running back. Let's see. We got Austin Eckler. He rounded up top 5, 22 points this week. He only had 9 carries, 54 yards, but he had 9 receptions this week for 61 yards, which boosted that score. Another back that catches balls, Antonio Gibson. He's gonna lead our running back bus. He's gonna start us off. He had 9 points, which isn't too low, but I want to say he was projected for like 16, 17, 18, something really high this week. And it was mainly
He was
because of JD
getting,
McKissick.
yeah,
I
I
want to say
was
because
just gonna
JD
say,
McKissick didn't touch the ball at all for game 1 and game 2. He was the sixth highest scorer this week. JD McKissick, he had like 6 catches, 7 catches. So it went back to how they used him last year. So that's going to be something to monitor, see if it goes back or not. Alvin Kamara, he only had 7 points this week, 8 rushes. He only had five fucking yards, 8 carries for 5 yards. He had 4 catches for 25 yards. But that whole offense
did
kind of
the
looked bad.
Saints look that bad?
Yeah, they didn't really do much at all.
Damn.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor,
Uh,
he had 15 carries still, but he only had 51 yards rushing this week, so he only had 6 points. He was a pretty big bust for people drafting him first round.
damn. I saw a little bit of that beginning. I thought like I don't know what happened, but Jonathan Taylor ran into like the 2. They had like a goal line like I don't know how he didn't get the touchdown. He was running it hard too. It looked like he was gonna score a touchdown. So that kind of surprised me.
Yes, yeah, it looks like they didn't do any. The leading rusher for the Saints this weekend was Jameis Winston. He had
Damn.
19 yards rushing it, and then the second leading rusher was the other quarterback.
Taysom.
Taysom Hill. He had
No
16 yards
fucking.
rushing, and then the third was
Holy shit.
that Jones guy. He had 7 yards. So
That's crazy.
and then they only had 111 yards passing. So I don't know. Carolina's defense is good this year.
Their defense looks good,
They're
bro.
the only team with double-digit points in the first 2 games.
Their defense looks really good. Get into the top wide receivers this week. We got Cooper Kupp, 36.8 yards, 9 receptions, 163 yards, 2 tutters. He looked really good. Your boy, Tyler Lockett,
He's up here again.
31.8 points. He's up here, number 2. 31.8 points, 8 receptions, 178 yards, 1 tud. So what are your how are you feeling about that? Because I know you're like a big anti-Lockett guy.
I don't know. What can you say? I guess he's gonna be good. And if you drafted him, you're gonna play him anyway. I just didn't like him in the draft because he was going way too high for someone so inconsistent. But hey, Aaron Rodgers used to be really consistent, and now he's one of the last year he had one of the his best seasons. So I guess they could break that inconsistency. Sorry, I was kind of lost there. Like 3 things on my fucking computer would start playing music, and I was just tripping out. Like I don't know where the hell any of this coming from. But yeah, so Tyler Lockett. Okay, you say if you drafted him thinking he was going to be good. So hey, turned out good, but it just wasn't something I was comfortable drafting him that high. Just
Makes sense. Makes
getting
sense.
those one catch games.
We got Terry McLaurin, 27.7 points, 11 receptions, 170 yards, and a touchdown. So it seems like it doesn't matter who's quarterback in Washington, they're gonna chuck it to him. He's
He's
gonna
something
get his
else.
touches, bro. He's fucking really good. I could not imagine how good he could be with a consistent like you give him even like a Derek Carr or like you know what I'm saying a consistent
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah.
Somebody you know what I'm saying
Something he
like
played with the
not
last few years.
yeah, bro.
He'd be nuts.
Exactly.
He
You send him to fucking Tampa Bay or uh Green Bay, something like that. Like he has like a Devontae Adams type vibe. Like he could be a fucking the dude, you know,
And fucking, it's crazy is in our dynasty, I have him and Cooper Cup for life.
for life.
For life, baby.
And then Cortland Sutton,
Yeah, bounce back.
a lot. I don't. Was he on our? He was on our waiver wires last week.
No,
No.
he should have been owned in, he was probably owned in
Oh
majority
yeah,
of
no,
leagues.
not Cortland Sutton. I was thinking about Tim Patrick. That's my
Yeah.
bad.
Tim Patrick had a touchdown
Cortland,
around the end zone.
he did have a touchdown. Yeah. So 24.9 points from Sutton, 9 yards, 109 receptions, 159 yards, and then your boy Mike Evans to round out the top five.
Can't believe he's up there.
24.5 points, 5 receptions, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what Mike Evans does. That's his stats.
They came out firing into him. That first drive, I think he caught 2 or 3 passes.
Oh, okay. And then our bust this week, we got Tyreek Hill, which is a rarity with that Chiefs offense. 5.9 points, 3 receptions, 14 yards, 1 carry for 15 yards. So that is
Very weird.
I would
week.
say it's a weird week. You don't see that happen with Tyreek Hill. I don't know. I know that the Baltimore's defense doesn't have much at corner right now with Murphy getting hurt, but
Peters?
not Peters. Is it Peters? Was it Marcus Peters or is it
I
Humphries?
think so. I think it's
Humphries?
I don't know, but I think it's Peters.
One of them. I don't know. One of them got hurt, so that's a surprise to me. But Ravens look pretty good. They should have probably beat the Raiders too, so we'll see. And then we got Corey Davis, who we were big on last week. 2.8 points, 2 receptions, 8 yards. Zach Wilson looked like a rookie.
I started him in Survivor. I thought that was going to be one of the reasons I lost.
Yeah, he definitely looked like a rookie. What was it? 3 interceptions? Did he score
4.
any points?
4 interceptions.
4 interceptions.
I don't know if he scored
any points.
He might have had negative. Let's see. But yeah, he played like shit.
And then AB, 2.7 points, 1 reception, 17 yards. And I saw one. Brady went to him deep on one of them, but it looked like it was underthrown.
He actually had 2 points. He had 2.3 points, Zach Wilson, even though he threw 4 fucking picks.
I was wondering, I wonder if he had any points or if he was negative, because 4 interceptions is fucking huge.
Yeah, fucking they just let him sling it still. But yeah, I'm surprised just because of how much he was throwing and how much Corey Davis think. He only got 2 balls.
Didn't Trevor have he had a pretty bad game yesterday too, huh? Like 3 picks, 2 or 3 picks.
He had 2 this week. He had 3 week 1, I think, and then Joe Burrow had 3 this week.
That's
And then let's see, tight ends, top tight end, Travis Kelce, 7 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. That touchdown he caught was crazy. He just kind of bounced around a few guys on like a little kind of like screen. They kind of had guys running in front of him. He kind of just bounced around and somehow found his way in the end zone. Gronk's up here again, 19.9 points, 4 catches, 39 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Is the Gronk back?
He's 3 games in a row with 2 touchdown passes, 2 receiving touchdowns. He's who they look at in the end zone. So I guess he might be one of the lock and loads, just high power offense. You just lock him in your tight end spot, unless you have Kelce, that is, or Waller. Lock him in tight end spot and just leave him there until he proves otherwise.
Especially where his ADP was at. He was getting drafted so fucking late. Like after a lot of like players that we haven't seen in this top 5 yet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hopefully he keeps it up all year. Our third receiver or tight end this week, Max Williams. I think he's from the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals
7
are
catches,
a high-powered offense.
19 yards. So he didn't get any yards, really? Or does that even make sense? He must have had touchdowns. He must have had a touchdown to add this. I must not have just wrote it in.
Have had a touchdown.
Because he had 7 catches, 19 yards, I wrote down. So he's mostly just getting his points from catches. And I don't even know how that works. That doesn't seem like stat line. Let me look this up real quick. How the hell did he have this? Let's see. Max Williams. He somehow owned in 0.1% of leagues. No. Oh, he had 7 catches for 94 yards. I don't know why I said 19. So he had 7 catches for 94 yards, but they do sling it, but I don't know if you could ever start him. Maybe DFS and like daily DraftKings, but there's no way he should be even picked up. I don't know why he's owned in 0.1.
Or
Jack
maybe
Doyle ha-
make him move. We'll
had a
see.
big week this week, 13 points. He had 5 catches, 64 yards. He's only owned in like 1% of leagues or something. But they look like he's getting targets. And then to round out our top five tight ends, Noah Fant, 4 catches, 33 yards and a touchdown.
No
Uh,
offense, but Teddy doesn't look that great.
uh, Fantasy wise, looks all right. But
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of
um,
looked terrible when I was watching the game
I didn't watch
yesterday.
a whole lot of that game, honestly.
I was kind of
Uh,
surprised. Because he looked decent in week 1, and he kind of just didn't look that great last week.
I think I drafted him in DraftKings, so I was glad he got that touchdown early. Let's see, tight end bust. We have George Kittle. He only had 4 catches for 17 yards. That one's a real stat. I did look that one up. 17 yards from Kittle. I don't know what he had week 1, but I don't think he had a big game week 1 either.
He didn't.
It's gonna be weird. He was drafted third, second, fourth tight end, and he's put up. Let's see, I'm pulling it up now. He had 4 catches both games. He had 5 targets week 1, 4 targets week 4. He's a guy you're gonna have to
Damn.
keep starting, but that's a shitty
Yeah,
thing you have
that's a
to
guy
deal with.
that's
He
like,
drafted
what
Kittle
the?
and Higby.
He's turned into Lockett.
He's even worse. Yeah, it's like Lockett. He's gonna have a big game. Kittle is gonna have like 12 catches next week, 120 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Tyler Higby, he had 1.8 points. He
one
had one
reception, 8
catch,
yards.
1 catch, 8 yards. So I'm done with that guy. I was done with him last year. I think we talked about him last week on the pod. I don't like that guy. So they are high powered offense, but he's just so inconsistent. 1 catch for 8 yards.
Yeah, I was kind of big on him too. I thought he was going to have like a pretty decent like season this year with Stafford throwing the rock, but two weeks in a row let everybody down. Let's get into defenses. There was some big number defenses this week. The Bears, 21 points. I'm in Chicago right now, so shout out the Bears. Dude, I was gonna go to the game on Sunday alone. I was
Yeah.
gonna go. I looked up tickets. Tickets were expensive, so I was like, I don't really want to go that bad.
Could have been
But
on
it would have been
TV.
cool seeing Justin Fields play. Buccaneers, they would have had more points, but they gave up fucking 30. They had 19 points and they scored 2 touchdowns on defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns on defense. Same guy.
Yeah, same dude. Fuck. Bills, 19 points. Patriots, 16. And Panthers, we were talking about earlier, are a pretty good defense with 14 points.
Let's see. Kickers. We had 22 points to start off Thursday night. From Graham Gano, and I'm playing him in our redraft. And Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers just got a passing touchdown to each other, so I'm probably gonna lose that. Our fucking, or they just did it is like the last drive, but I'm probably gonna end up losing this week because of that kicker. So, 22 points. He had two. I think he had 250 plus yarders. Daniel Carlson of the Raiders had 17 points, and then Nick Folk of the Patriots had 15 to round out the top kickers this week. Let's
Those
see.
are our top players for the week.
We can
We're
move
going to get
into our waiver
into,
wires.
yeah,
Or do you want to do injuries first? Do we just do waiver wire or injuries?
we do injuries first. And my shit just fucked up.
All right, injuries. The whole San Francisco 49ers running back team was in the locker room at some point this weekend. We have Michael Hasty, high ankle sprain. So, those are very same thing. Michael Thomas could be there. He's week to week, but you never know how long that's going to last him. Elijah Mitchell went out for a bit with a shoulder injury. He looks to be the healthiest of the group as of right now. He is day to
Elijah
day.
Mitchell, the one everybody needed to fucking pick up this week.
And then Trace Sermon, concussion protocol. So he is questionable for this weekend as well. They have Kerryon Johnson on their practice squad right now. They brought in Lamar Miller, TJ Yeldon, and Duke
Some
Johnson
OGs.
for
Why
workout
not
today.
Todd? Where the fuck is Todd Gurley, bro?
He's relaxing. Fucker's tired of getting hit. I wouldn't come back and try out
Dude.
either. So that's gonna be something to watch this whole week, just to see if we get any clarity to who might be the guy to start and pick up, because whoever it is, it's 49ers. So I would assume he's startable no matter who it is, but
Yeah,
you're
I
just
don't
not
know,
gonna know until
bro.
last minute. Um, Next guy injured, Tyrod Taylor came out with a hamstring injury. Kind of seemed random. He went into the second half. He went into the tunnel at the end of the first half, and then he came out hurt. I don't know what had, he was,
That doctor stabbed his ass again.
I don't really know what happened there. So they said right now he can be up to 4 games. So we'll see how that goes. See if that's, no one's really
Did
fantasy
you
relevant except Cooks, I
you
guess.
didn't put him on there, but I just got a update. Daryl Henderson is uncertain for week 3 with rib cartilage injury he suffered on Sunday.
Oh, shit,
So
I
just an
saw,
update just now.
damn, I didn't think that was gonna be that bad. So Sonny Michelle's gonna be somebody on our waiver wire that I don't have either.
Sony's gonna jump up on the waiver wire if you haven't picked him up already.
Amari Cooper, bruised ribs, no timetable as of now. Out in Oakland, Josh Jacobs missed this last game, on Sunday. This week, he's already listed as very questionable with his toe and ankle injury. Derek Carr, he also has an ankle injury and right now is listed as questionable. Deontay Johnson was a knee injury, but he, MRI came back, he avoided major injury, so
He had a good game too. Was
he
that
should be back hopefully in the next few weeks. He's week to week as well. But he did have a good fantasy game still, even though he got hurt.
yeah. Jarvis got hurt early in the first, right?
Yeah,
Like the first series.
he hurt his knee, so who else we got hurt? Tua bruised his ribs in the first,
He got fucking
I
wrecked.
don't even know why I listed that one, but Tua bruised his ribs. They might be better off with Jacoby. That'd be some shit if Jacoby came out and did better, and then Fitz somehow does better with the same team, but somehow it's the offensive line and receivers' fault. But when different quarterbacks play, they do good. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that happens because I want to talk about it more. Andy Dalton, he's not fantasy relevant, but his X-rays are negative, and they said today that he is their starter while healthy. It's only really relevant because of Justin Fields.
Justin Fields is gonna be there very soon.
Last on here we have. Oh no, we have 2 more. Laviska
Carson
Shenault.
Wentz.
Yeah, like Carson Wentz sprained both ankles this weekend.
Double clack both of your ankles. You're on your own, son. I've always said it. Double clack both your ankles. You're on your own.
I don't know how that happens, and yeah, that's gonna suck
Both
because
ankles, bro.
watching around with one sucks.
Could you imagine spraining both your fucking ankles, dude?
Yeah, I definitely want to be wheelchaired because walking around with one sprained ankle is a pain in the ass. Walking around with 2.
Fuck that.
And then last, Laviska Shenault had a shoulder injury. They said it's looking like he's actually gonna be good for the weekend, but it's something to monitor if you are
He
using
like
him as
got hurt
flex.
so fucking weird.
Did he? I
Did you
didn't
see
even
how he
see it.
got hurt?
Uh,
He ran into like the sidelines.
oh,
It was
that
like
like
on the sidelines. It was like weird, bro. It like
I
it looked like he hurt his back.
I didn't see that, but I've seen people get hurt running off the sidelines.
Did you see? It was a few years ago when Reggie Bush like ran off the sidelines and he tore his ACL.
Oh, was it when he slipped on like that one thing on the? Yeah.
Yeah, he slipped on that one thing and then he sued him.
Did
They
he?
had to pay him.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
he sued the stadium because they were supposed to have that like taken care of because it was like slippery, and he won.
I didn't know it was
He got,
that big of a deal, but I kind of remember that. Let's move into waiver wires.
we got our
Quarterbacks. A lot of them.
quarterbacks. Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones did have a good game, and
He
his
rushes the ball.
legs,
Yeah, that's
his
why he's
legs, bro.
on
He
our.
looks kind of fast. He's only owned in 10.7% of leagues. He was a top 5 quarterback this week. So, if you guys
And in week
have
1,
questions at quarterback,
he had 21 in week 1.
see if you guys have questions at quarterback, he might not be a good quarterback, but he's a great fantasy quarterback. Then we got Kirk Cousins, 24.5%. He had a very good game. He was a top 5 quarterback this week. Derek Carr, as long as he's healthy, will be a consistent quarterback. That's usually what he does. He's usually in the 15 to 22 range, and that's pretty much where he's at. And he'll have his games where he does go above that. But definitely another consistent quarterback if you need just those points. You didn't spend a high draft pick on quarterbacks like Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, people like that. Teddy Two Gloves Bridgers, 14.6 points. 14.6% of leagues he's owned in. So again, you guys need a quarterback, go out, grab these guys.
He's
get
had
to that
20
next
and
spot.
he's had over 20 in both weeks as well. I think all 4 of these quarterbacks have had 20 both games this year. So those guys are struggling at quarterbacks. Like I'm gonna look at picking up one of these in a redraft just because Justin Herbert's been scaring me, so I might need somebody else just in case. Running backs this week. James White, I put him on here. He's still owned in 55% of leagues, so that's not that he's not available in that many leagues, but I don't know why that number's so low. He had a real big week this week. Patriots offense looks good. He's gonna catch 5 to 6 balls a game. He should be owned in all PPR leagues. Kenneth Gainwell from the Eagles, he's owned in 29% of leagues, and it's going closer and closer to split backfield out in Philadelphia. So I would pick him up. Tony Pollard, he's only owned in 38% of leagues, and we've already talked about that. And then Cordell Patterson, he's owned in 7.5 or 7.7. So I'd try to pick up any of these dudes if you're short on running back and store them on the bench. Wide receivers this week, KJ Osborne. He's had 2 real big weeks, bunch of targets. And the Vikings, Kirk Cousins likes to sling the ball, so he's someone to keep watching. Darnell Mooney's just under 50%, but he had a big week this week. And with Justin Fields coming back in, see how that goes. Rondell Moore of the Cardinals, he's only owned in 19% leagues, and since Kyler's just throwing the ball all over, there's a lot to go around. AJ Green did get a touchdown, but I feel like Rondell Moore and Kirk are better in fantasy wise.
I think eventually Rondell Moore is going to be the number 2 there.
Yeah, I do too. Last tight end, I have Austin Hooper, who's just under 50%. Jarvis Landry's, he led the team this weekend in targets. Jarvis Landry's out, OBJ, so who knows if he's going to play this weekend. So even if he does, it's still going to be, I think he'd be one of the top options at Landry out. Jack Doyle, he's owned in under 1% of leagues, but he had a big week this weekend. He's got a lot of targets week 1 and 2. So if you need a tight end, I don't feel confident starting Doyle, but you can pick him up and hope they keep feeding him. He was once real big fantasy wise because they look for him in the red zone, but he had 4 targets week 1, 8 targets week 2. So.
Okay. Did we have any questions on Twitter? If not, I'm going to go live right here on my Instagram and see if we have any.
No questions on Twitter.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep. So that was it. Just the questions. So I didn't, nothing on Twitter surprisingly, but I guess I forgot to post that today. So that was my fault. Let's see. Next.
Yeah, I was out and about. I didn't even think about it either. So we'll see.
Let's see. Big games next week. We have Colts Titans should be, I guess Colts aren't that good and they're not going to have Carson Wentz. So Titans should be able to beat them, the 5-point favorites. Saints Patriots might be a good game that I think would be a good game to tune into and watch. What else? Cardinals might win by 60 to the Jags because they just sling the ball so much. Oh, Rams Bucks. That might be the game of the week.
Rams Bucks next week is going to be a good game.
I forgot that they play them that week. They're going to both high powered offenses. And if Henderson's hurt, the Rams are going to be throwing the ball even more. The over-under is only sitting at 54.5 and the line's even. So yeah, they can't get better than that game right there this weekend. The line is fucking completely even and the over-under is 54. So it's gonna be a lot of scoring and a close game. And fantasy, there's a lot of guys, Robert Woods, whatever running back the Rams have, Cooper Kupp, and then everybody Tampa Bay has receiving.
What up, guys? If you guys have any questions for this week's Born Losers Fantasy Podcast, we are recording right now. So get your questions in. We're going to answer them, and this will be out later on tonight, or tomorrow morning.
Did you have any on Snap or Instagram or anything before?
No, I didn't have any other questions. I was looking at my stuff, but I think we're all set. Doesn't look like we're getting questions on the live, so cool. I think we're good to go.
All right, so this week I will also be posting another DraftKings. I'm gonna do it for the whole week, so Thursday through Monday. So you're gonna have to get your picks in by 6, I believe, 6:20, whatever. So I'll have that posted, the link to the DraftKings this week. And yeah,
all right, cool.
Good luck, everyone. Hopefully you can win your things. You have any questions, you can always ask them on Twitter, and we usually respond on there.
Wow, these aren't even questions for the pod. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think we are all set. This is the Born Losers Fantasy Football Pod. We are out. Good luck next week, guys.
There, guys.
Bye.